Hey students, so today I want to show you how you can make your brochure project for the muckraking project. So there's a lot of options here and I'm just going to play around with the tools on Google so you can see what is available for you in case you are confused. So the first thing you're going to want to do is actually look at the project. Where we are today, it's pretty high up in our little stream here, but if you're having trouble finding it, you can always go to classwork and it's going to be under homework. So let's first look at the requirements of the project. I posted the picture of what I wrote on the board that broke it down pretty easily, but it's asking you to choose 3 people who you think did the most for the progressive period. So this is after you read the documents you got in class, after you write the summary of the documents, right? So you're choosing 3 people and then you are making a Google Doc brochure for a dinner party that describes the problem they're fighting, description of their actions, discussion of what was achieved, etc. So first thing we gotta do is choose a template. So I'm gonna post a Google slide template that a student shared with me. So this is totally an option if you want to do it this way. You can make a brochure that kind of looks like this and fill in the blanks with your 3 people and maybe make the other one decorative, because remember, it is a dinner party. You want to say something about it being a dinner party. Or we can go to Google and we're going to go to templates. So right here, we're going to go to templates. And again, it said brochure or newsletter, so we do have some options. We're going to scroll down pretty far to, well, I guess not that far. Here we are. So this is going to be under work, okay? So we got brochures and newsletters. Let's see, which one do I want to do? Let's click it live. Let's see what happens. Let's go to this brochure here. Why not? Looks kind of fun. Go travel. Now, you don't even have to use a brochure template. You could make your own on a Google Doc. It doesn't matter as long as it has the correct information. So, go travel brochure. Well, that's got to go because that is not our logo. So we are going to get rid of some stuff here. Let's see if we can type here. Let's write progressive reform dinner party. And we'll just write brochure. Okay, beautiful. Now they have a picture of a map here. Well, that's wonderful, but this has nothing to do with travel. So we're going to want to replace this image. So I am just right-clicking here, and I'm hitting replace image. I'm going to search the web because I don't have anything ready yet. But let's say dinner party. Let's see what pops up. We could go with any of this. Right? We could put an image of, let's see how that looks. Creating image. Splendid. Okay. It could also just be a picture for the progressive era. It could be a picture of an American flag, whatever you want. Doesn't matter to me. All right. So this is a header. Ooh. Okay. So maybe this is where we say a little something about the progressive era or our people, because it looks like here we got some pictures. Let's see. So we want to maybe make a page for each person is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to not do any of the progressive reformers because that would give you answers. Not going to work. So I'm going to choose 3, let's see what I want to do. 3 presidents that have impacted society. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 random presidents. Let's do, good old George Washington. So I'm going to replace this image with a picture of George Washington. Again, you cannot choose George Washington. He does not have anything to do with the progressive movement. I am just choosing him so I can show you what this would look like. George Washington. All right. Yeah, let's see. Let's go with something bigger so it fits that same size. Washington's birthday. Okay, doesn't really fit, but we're going to go with that for now. And we're going to put George Washington because that is a picture of him and that's the caption. All right. I'm going to write George Washington because that's his name. And then this is where I would type about George Washington. Again, you are going to be answering these questions, right? Describe problems that they're facing, right? This is the progressive era. They're trying to make progress on challenges from the Industrial Revolution, right? So you got to talk about what they did. Were they fighting the meatpacking industry? Were they fighting corrupt businesses? Were they fighting politics, right? Those are the things you're writing about. What are they fighting? Okay. Description of their actions. Okay, so what did they do? Did they write a book? Did they go give speeches? Did they, if they're a president, did they pass like a law or an act that did something? Discuss what was achieved. Did it work? Like, after they wrote a book, did a law come out afterwards that fixed the problem? Right? Did a business get shut down after they exposed its corruption? Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. And then a picture. That's pretty simple. We already did that. So I'm going to pretend George Washington was in the Progressive era. He was not. I want to make this very clear. He was not in the Progressive era. Okay, this is an example. Okay, so we're going to make this up on the spot. This is going to be fun. George Washington lived during the Progressive era and fought for reform. He specifically, oh, caps lock, nope, fought, can I type here? There we go, fought, let's see, he's gonna fight the, challenges in the housing industry. Okay, now that's a sentence. Is that a good sentence? It's an okay sentence, but I don't know what that means. I have to explain that. You can't just say he fought the meatpacking industry or he fought reform or he fought for corruption. What does that mean? Be specific. Who's he fighting? Why is he fighting, right? So I'm going to say during the Industrial Revolution, which I would capitalize because that's a movement/event, people moved to the cities fast to get jobs in factories. This required the building of places for them to live to happen quicker than normal. Due to this, cities built tenements, which were cramped apartments, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to give you everything, right? Okay, so I would finish that thought, and I would say why tenements sucked and why we need to fix them, right? And what does George Washington do about it? Well, we remember he does nothing about it because he, didn't exist during that time frame. But we're going to say to fight, to help improve, it depends on who they are and what they're doing, help improve the tenement problem, George Washington wrote a newspaper article about it called Tenements Stink. Okay, this is a makeup. Okay, so we answered the second question there, right, which said description of their actions, right? And then we would go into like what that article was about and kind of, what the effect was. Well, that's actually the third question, discuss what was achieved. So again, we'd continue then. We would say, thanks to his newspaper article, changes were made in New York City. And we're going to spell out New York City because we're classy and we're not going to just write NYC. Changes were made in New York City. They started passing, and then we would go on to say something like building codes, fire codes, houses were safer, blah, blah, blah. Okay? And then I'm always going to end with an impacting statement because that's important. George, if it was not for George Washington, people during this time frame would be living in poor conditions. Because remember, this dinner party is about him being honored, right? So we need to make it like this guy's important. Bam, right? And I want this all to be on one page so that I don't have to worry about sizing and whatnot. So actually, I could probably just, we'll make this a little smaller. Let's see, that was size 11. Size 10. Ah, beautiful. Okay. Now I gotta move on to someone else. Now I could make, someone else's look like this. Maybe I put a picture of, name that president. Remember, I'm going to replace image, search the web. Let's go Abe Lincoln. Again, you can't do him. He was not alive. And if you do him, wow, just don't. Okay, I could make them all look like this page where I put a quote from the person in regards to that situation. I could say, because a famous quote from Abe Lincoln is, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." Okay, so you would put something that's related to the topic. And we aren't going to actually call him Abe Lincoln because we're classy. We're going to do his full name. And then I can put his picture there and I write about him. So you have a lot of options. I wouldn't use this one because it's just pictures. So I'm going to just delete this page because it doesn't work for me. Now say I really like this one. Okay, I want to use this one again. I could copy and paste it. I wonder if there's a way to duplicate a page. Add a comment. I don't want to add a comment. Okay, we're just going to go. Well, let's make a new page. Let's start with that. Okay, and then I could copy. Make myself a little template here. No, that didn't work. So maybe on the last page. So I got 1, 2. Okay, maybe I make my own on the third page. Let's go back to the way it looked with the pictures, right? And what I could do here is, okay, we got one big picture on the top. Beautiful. We delete the bottom ones. Okay, we put a picture of our third leader here. Let's go search the web. Who do we want to choose? Drum roll, please. How much time I got left before 15 minutes? Because I have to cut off at 15 minutes. All right. Let's go with, Lexi, choose your favorite president. That would be, oh, I have so many. That's such a tough question. Let's go Woodrow Wilson. He's a class act. Woodrow Wilson. Okay, what a guy. He got us through some wars, so we're going to go with him. And I'm going to go with this photo. Okay. Okay, so maybe we don't want to fit image, or we could just scroll down like that. Beautiful. And I'm going to put Woodrow Wilson. And then since I liked the way this one looked, I'm going to go like this. Copy. Paste. Boom. And then I can type about Woodrow Wilson, okay? And we know how to do that. So that is one example of a brochure. I actually kind of like this one. So again, I just found this under temperance. Or no, I'm sorry, progressive templates. I was putting words together. Templates, right? And so that's just an example of one. Again, you could do a brochure. I'll put this onto the Google Classroom as well. You could do one that looks like this. There's so many template options. You can do any of them, but there's an example of how you do it. If you have questions, it's before Thursday. Come to Thursday's after school session. We're going to work with you directly, show you how to do it. So that's a great time. If you can't come Thursday, try to find a time to come see me if you really don't understand it, or you can email me. So I hope this helps, and make sure we get this in by the due date, which as we see is, March 16th. Ooh, I gave you so much time for this. We should have it done in time because it's 10 points off a day, and you don't want that low grade. So get it in on time, and I hope to see them look good, right? Hopefully they look good. All right, guys, see ya.